Hello everyone, welcome to Be Muscle. Today we're going to be talking about a fat loss transformation and week 3 of my 12-week cut. If you guys like the content, make sure you subscribe to the channel, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, and also check out the 8-week foundation phase part of the Be Muscle coaching. Link is in the description below. This basically covers 8 weeks of coaching, setting up your foundation. So yes, take a look at this. This will be at bemuscle.com. Link is in the description below. So yes, let's jump into what happened this week. Week 3 is now complete. My average performance score over the last 3 weeks is 90%, which is good. Anything above the 75 is what we're aiming for. Third check-in completed, 11 workouts in the books. So let's take a look exactly what happened last week. As you can see, 80%. Okay, 8 out of 10 targets complete. You know, we're only after anything over 75%. Okay, we do not need perfect weeks. So as you can see with the training, I hit 3 workouts last week. Okay, my target was 4. So we didn't hit the target last week. That is one, target that we didn't hit. But in terms of cardio, we did. Okay, I managed to complete 35 minutes. The target was 30. We've managed to hit the cardio 3 weeks in a row now. Nutrition. Last week we averaged 3.7 meals. Okay, so that was really between, majority was probably 4, but between 3 and 4. No planned snacks and no unplanned snacks last week. Fruit and veg. I missed one day. This was actually yesterday, and I had 2 chicken breasts, and I can't remember what I had it with. And basically, though, I didn't have any veg with the meal. Okay, so again, I need to be brutally honest with myself when I'm reporting these numbers, because again, if you are honest with your coach that you have, he can then give you the right stuff back. Okay, otherwise the coach you'll have will be guiding you down the wrong lane if you're giving the coach false data. Okay, so again, I have to be truly honest with myself, because obviously I'm coaching myself only for these 12 weeks. And yes, I didn't hit fruit and veg in every meal yesterday. Okay, so that has to go down as 6, not 7. But I did manage to hit protein in every single meal, so that was 7 out of 7, 3 weeks in a row with that one. Calories, near enough spot on, 2,707. Okay, remember there's a 50 calorie leeway either side with that, so I managed to hit that. Protein, 180 grams, managed to hit 175. So remember, with the macros, there's a 10 gram leeway each side. So looking at the 180 target here, that's basically between 170 and 190. Okay, 10 grams either side, it goes green. Okay, fats, literally dead on. Okay, 80 grams. You know, for you to hit a macro dead on is quite rare. Okay, usually you're a couple of grams either side, but yeah, 80 grams, literally dead on. And then carbs was, magically dead on as well. Okay, so yeah, the only thing, in terms of nutrition was just that fruit and veg in every meal. And that was one meal yesterday that I didn't get any veg in. Okay, so yes, it's really annoying. But, again, I have to be honest with myself. Lifestyle, in terms of water, I managed to hit 3 litres on average every day last week. The target was 2.5, so I beat that. And then sleep, 7 hours and 30 minutes I averaged. And target was 7 hours, so I managed to beat that one as well. So again, we're not after perfect weeks. We just need to get above 75%, and I managed to get 80%. Okay, 8 out of 10 there. So all in all, good on that one. Just touching to the exact numbers last week, I managed to do 35 minutes of cardio yesterday. Those were my 3 gym sessions. Meals, again, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 3, 4. So a lot of 4s there. No planned snacks, no unplanned snacks. Like I said, the fruit and veg was yesterday, just missing one meal. But again, these things happen. You're not going to be perfect every single week. Protein in each meal was good. Calories, again, calories quite good actually last week, around 2.9, 2.4, 2.8, 2.7, 2.4, 2.7, 2.8. Some days where I'm a little bit hungrier, I will sort of like increase the portion size for my meals, but then because I've done that, the next day I know to back it off. Okay, so you don't need to hit the exact calories every single day. You can be a couple of hundred over, a couple of hundred under. As long as you hit that weekly average target, that's all you need to do. Protein was quite good, a couple of 150 days, but again, because I had a couple of 190 days, 170 days, again, it made me hit the target. Fats was good last week, again, just averaging, it was at 88, lots of 80s, 67 there, but again, averaging on 80 dead on, that's all that matters. Carbs, again, just the rest of the calories. Water, there was a 4 litre day there, a 2 litre day beforehand. So that 4 litre day massively helped me out. And again, lots of 3, 3.5, 3, and 2.5. So again, because I had a lot of 3 litre days, again, due to the weather, it was hot. It was easy for me to get the water in. And then sleep, 6.5, 7.5, 7, 6.5, 6.5, 7.5. So I was actually probably getting under. And then Saturday night is where I can get a good amount of sleep. And look at that, 11 hours. That kind of saved me last night, okay? So there was a lot last week where I was probably going to bed a little bit too late. But again, the weekend I managed to sort of catch up. So for me, probably a target next week is to see if I can actually get, consistent sort of 7.5s rather than relying on one day. Because again, you can't rely on one day each week just in case something happens. You end up going to bed late for that reason. So, but yeah, steps obviously not tracking, caffeine not tracking, and alcohol not tracking. Obviously I had 0 alcohol last week anyway. Caffeine, I probably average 1 caffeine drink only on my training days, which is a pre-workout. So again, that's the only thing there. And steps are probably between 5 and 7,000 if I had to guess at this stage. But again, if weight loss sort of stalls and I need an extra something, I can bring in steps as an additional target later on. So I have all these spare tools I can use if I need them. Okay. So yeah, those are my stats there. Just going to go into the data overview. So in terms of measurements, what happened to body weight this week? We was down, which was good. So we were 99 kilos beforehand. We've dropped down now to 97.4. I think that's about 1.6 down, which is good. So altogether, down 5.7 pounds, which is nearly 6 pounds, which is 2.6 kilos. So yeah, I'm averaging at this stage nearly or just under 2 pounds a week. Okay, at this stage. Okay, and again, this can change at any moment. Next week, I could get a bigger drop, and then my percentages look really good. My body weight could go up, and then my percentages look like £1 a week. Okay, but again, body weight is never in a straight line. It's always up, down, up, down. But again, the long term, if we can consistently see a downtrend, that's all we're after with the body weight there. So all in all, that was good. Check-in ratings for me, I rated my recovery last week 9. Muscle soreness was, and again, the high protein, I was recovering really well. Didn't have soreness for long. Energy levels, I rated 8. I had good energy last week, didn't really feel tired or anything like that, so that was good. Sleep quality, 8, just fractionally down. I'd probably put that to the late nights I was having, probably could have had more sleep. But yes, other than that, really good sleep. And then day-to-day stress, actually fractionally, look at this, 4, 5, and 6. So yeah, it's interesting to see that stress is gradually increasing. Again, you're still below this sort of, the 7 and 8s is really where you need to sort of, see if you can bring it down. So again, I'm below that, so it's not too bad. But again, in an ideal world, you probably want to be around the 5 as the maximum and then below 5. But again, things happen in life, things can increase stress a little bit. And yeah, it's just due to work, putting a little bit of pressure on myself, expanding my to-do list when I just need to look at it and go, look, what's important, etc. Okay. But yeah, stress a little bit up. But again, we'll see what happens next week. It can maybe stay there or hopefully reduce down. And if I get more sleep, hopefully that should reduce down. So that one's there, check-ins there. And then just touching into meals. Meals is obviously nice and easy. No planned snacks or unplanned snacks. So it's just consistent meals. 3.9, 3.6, 3.7. So I'm just averaging between 3 and 4 meals a day. There's no snacking going on. It's just consistent meals there. I find it quite sort of easier when I have around... I focus on 4 meals a day. It actually reduced all my snacks down when I have that 4th meal. If I had 3 meals a day, I guarantee I would be snacking. So it just shows you how important getting in an extra meal is to your day. Again, if you want to take it a little bit more seriously in terms of like your meal structure and stuff like that. So yes, that is that one. I'm just going to touch into the full 12-week plan. So again, gym workouts, I managed to hit 3 last week, not 4. Fruit and veg, again, I missed that day, like I said. So, 80%, not too bad. Next week, I think things are exactly the same. So, again, 2,700 calories. As you can notice, if you haven't noticed already, calories are dropping 100 every 2 weeks. So, we're on 2.8 for 2 weeks, 2.7, 2.6 for 2 weeks, 2.5 for 2 weeks, 2.4 for 2 weeks, and then 2.3 for 2 weeks, okay? Cardio is the same, but adding 10 minutes, I believe. So, it's 20 for 2, 30 for 2, 40 for 2, 50 for 2. 60 actually for the last 4. Okay, so this is the plan I've done beforehand. Things can obviously change during it, but this is the model that I just want to follow during this 12 weeks. And I believe I can lose around 8 kilos, which will probably be just over a stone basically. And my aim during this is to keep my strength in the gym, which will keep my muscle, and then that will just complete my dieting phase. Nice and easy. 12 weeks done, and then I can go into the August. Well, no, it might go over that. Or is it September? So I'll be going into that October phase, really looking to increase my calories, and then Christmas will come along. Calories would obviously be high. Don't need to diet through Christmas, and again, we can really focus on building some muscle there. Okay, so yeah, that's sort of the grand plan for next week. If I go back on to here, changes for me now. Next week, actually, same 10 targets, but what I've done is I've actually reduced my gym sessions down to 3. Okay, so I was doing 4 a week. Now I'm going to be doing 3 a week. These 3 are going to be a leg session, a push and a pull, basically. So it's basically like a push, pull, legs, just those 3. So I'm covering the full body, all in 3 sessions. I'm also doing like a run, which is my 30-40 minutes of cardio. That will be on a separate day. So that will be like kind of like a 4th exercise session. But the reason why I'm dropping this down to 3 as a target is because I think 4, especially over the next few months, is going to be quite challenging with a lot of work going on, a couple of little life changes going on as well. So for me to keep it sustainable, I need to drop down to 3. Okay, there's nothing wrong with dropping your workouts down. I've had some clients who started off with 1, they built up to 2, 3, and 4, then they've dropped down to 2, and they've still, keep getting results. Okay, so it's not about the workouts dropping down and thinking, oh no, I'm not on 4 workouts, that means I'm not going to get my results anymore. It's actually the opposite. It can work in the opposite way. You can actually continue your results if you reduce your gym sessions, because you're still getting in your fundamental sessions. You're just reducing the amount to allow the other areas to keep improving. Okay, because sometimes a gym workout could actually be stopping us in other areas. That could be sleep, then that knocks into like nutrition, diet, cravings, and all that sort of stuff. So sometimes it's beneficial actually to drop a session, and then everything else can actually breathe and actually start getting better. Okay, so for me, in terms of the lifestyle, I'm going to drop that down to 3, probably for the rest of the program, to be honest. And then we'll see what happens. Again, I did 3 this week and still was down. What was it, 1.6 kilos, nearly a couple of pounds, and I dropped it down to 3. So again, it's all just being sensible when to increase and when to back off, okay? But yeah, that's everything there. Make sure you check out the 8-week foundation phase. So if you guys are looking to start your journey, you're finding it hard, finding it difficult, maybe you've lost weight before, maybe, you're sort of really motivated now to lose weight, and you're thinking, how do I begin? Then give the foundation phase a look, okay? Link is in the description below. We just start off with 8 simple weeks going through things like water, meals, just having a look at your foods, just altering things. There's no diet plans, nothing like that. But take a look, bemuscle.com, link in the description below, and you can start your 8 weeks for just £39 today. Okay, so yes, that is everything. Yes, and I will be obviously back next week to show you week number 4. So have a great week.